confidence. So you're mentioning that UCSB played a great game through. The other side of the coin is Northridge field.
Meet in center circle. Ball is up, tipped over, and here's Nicole Nesbitt, who will be starting things off for the Gauchos in this game. Nesbitt between the circles, gets a curl pass to go to Tillman at the right elbow. Tillman gets a handoff over to Nesbitt again. Angela Aguirre, first shot of the afternoon, and it's good. 2-0 Gauchos.
Little pin down, she comes off, good assist by Nicole Nesbitt.
Quick pass there. Usually we see the Gauchos try to take as much time as possible in each possession. But Angela Aguirre makes her first shot of the afternoon. Welcome back, Ray. Now the Matadors have the ball. Looking to respond here. With it is Freeze. Freeze at the free throw line. Stripped by Angela Aguirre. First steal of the afternoon. Aguirre takes the ball across the midcourt line herself, and they'll swing it over to Zornig on the left corner. Zornig looking for someone to pass to. There's Tillman. Here's Underwood, who just misses and bringing that ball in. It's picked away, and here are the Matadors looking to tie this game up. Cross-court pass goes to Freeze. Up for three. Rims out. Rebounded by Tillman. Tillman on the baseline looks to find Nicole Nesbitt. She does. And with 18:50 to play, the Gauchos are up 2-0. Zornig runs the baseline from the left side. Finds Underwood near the left block. They'll swing it back up to Kirsten Tillman at the left wing. 18:40 to play in the first half, and the Gauchos are up 2-0 over the Matadors early. Nesbitt looks right. There's Tillman. They look for Underwood down low in the paint. Underwood this time goes right off the glass. No good. Just rattles out, and it's rebounded by Sharp. Sharp finds Freeze. Traveled as Freeze was bringing in the ball off the pass. She took a couple stutter steps, I guess you could say, and that was enough for the travel call. UCSB has an opportunity again to extend their lead.
Yeah, I think she was trying to find a rhythm, getting towards the three-point line, and easy call for the officials as she's traveled.
Here's Kirsten Tillman now. The right elbow again being guarded by Malknecht. Nicole Nesbitt gets the ball back at the free throw line, finds Angela Aguirre, pulls up for two, and it rattles out. It's tipped away and brought down by Sweets Underwood. Underwood to Zornig. Zornig breaks in on the leaner, good for two.
A little penetration, got into the key, and a little floater of a shot.
4-0 Gauchos, 17:45 to play in the first half here in the Thunderdome. With the ball now from straight away is Sharp. Sharp looks left. She'll find Ashley Glay, first time she's touched the ball this afternoon, and she'll immediately pass it off to Alama, who runs the baseline. The layup does not fall in, and it's rebounded by the Gauchos. Nicole Nesbitt looks left, has Sweets Underwood between the circles. Melissa Zornig, fresh off her first basket of the night, will find Sweets Underwood. Open mid-range jumper from the left side. 6-0 UCSB.
Yeah, when I see Sweets Underwood go up for that jump shot on the baseline, you have to, in your mind, think that's automatic. She rarely misses that shot.
That open J will fall for Sweets Underwood. It earned a berth to the WNIT, just losing by 2 points, 60-58 to the University of San Diego in that one. And now we see in this season, his third year as head coach, the Matadors are right in the swing of things in terms of the seeding in the Big West. Now Northridge with a chance to respond. They're down 6-0. Glay with the ball. Passes down low. Poked away by Zornig. Picked up by Underwood. Underwood taking the ball by herself through the lane and is fouled.
A nice sidestep on the dribble. And how many centers are going to get a rebound and dribble full court?
No, you never see that.
In any league, well, Sweets Underwood's certainly capable of doing that. Defense was having a hard time keeping up with her as she was on the dribble.
Underwood with her first visit to the free throw line. The Gauchos in the game against Hawaii this past Thursday overall did not have a terrific free throw shooting night, shooting collectively about 70% done, and Coach Mitchell mentioned in the post-game show that this is a high 70% shooting team. Underwood makes the first one and now the second, and it seems that at least early on they're back on track.
Yeah, you have nights where an individual can't make a free throw, other nights where the whole team struggles. But overall, this is a very good free throw shooting team.
8-0, and going through the lane there was Janae Sharp, able to make the easy layup fall for two. It's now an 8-2 ball game. Gauchos up by 6. Madeline Campbell is just subbed in, finds Sweets Underwood, runs the baseline, she's blocked, and it's hit out of bounds. Last touch by Underwood. Malnecht had the block.
Well, that's a nice block right there. I think Sweets, if she caught it and shot it, she would have been okay. She caught it, took a dribble into the tall player, and a nice defensive effort by Northridge.
Ashley Gray takes the ball out herself here, loses the dribble, able to pass it off to Arama. Now with the ball to bring it down low to Malnecht, who's being guarded by Tillman at the left block. She needs to check it out to Freeze. Freeze now, up to Gray. Gray from straight away, works her way up to the free throw line. Freeze will get it back with 8 seconds. Gray fakes the three, looks to drive off the right side, and it's good off the glass for 2.
Boy, good penetration by Gray. Not an easy shot off the glass.
8-4, UCSB up by 4. And the Matadors are looking to use their first sub of the afternoon once dead ball is called. Underwood has her second shot blocked of the afternoon. Malnecht again, bringing it the other way. Tripping was Sharp. And they're going to say that there was a foul on the play. And that one's going to go against Nicole Nesbitt. Oh no, that's going to go...
I think they're calling an offensive
They're calling offense, you're right.
In my mind, that was a slip. In my mind, that was a travel. It was an awkward play. It looked like travel.
1.
The Gauchos are up 8-4 with 15:40 to play in the first half. Nicole Nesbitt will bring the ball out for UCSB. She starts over at the left wing, picks up a screen from Tillman, finds Underwood, now down to Tillman in the paint. Tillman looking to go off the glass, no good. It's picked up by Malnecht on the rebound. Ashley Gray will push it up the floor herself here. The backtrack over beyond the arc. They look to go down low again. This shot no good from Arama, rebounded though by the Matadors. And now with an open look from 3, Alexander won't take it. Instead she'll run baseline and get stripped away as Santa Barbara comes up with a turnover. Foul called against Alexander on the play, frustrated on what she did on the opposite end of the floor, did a little bit too much on that defensive effort as Nicole Nesbitt came sliding down to the hardwood. Santa Barbara will still have possession here as Angela Aguirre checks back into the game.
The turnovers are going to be a key. Northridge will turn the ball over. You don't want to turn it over if you're UCSB.
The Matadors lead the Big West in turnovers this year as Nesbitt is over near the left post. She'll find Tweets Underwood on the baseline off the glass. The bucket won't fall, but she does pick up the foul.
I think good job that time by Sweets. Remember, last 2 times that player blocked her shot, so you're very aware of that. If you're the offensive player, she took her time, little head fake, got the defender in the air. She gets to go to the line to shoot 2.
Underwood has 4 points on the afternoon thus far, 2 of which came from the free throw line. And she'll continue to be perfect from the charity stripe, going now 3 for 3, increasing the Gaucho lead to 5 points. It's 9-4 with 14:43 to play in the first half. Jackie Luna Castro will be subbed in as Kristen Tillman will go on the bench for now.
Now, if you're a sub, you want to come into the game. You don't have to do anything great, just don't do anything bad. Certainly don't turn the ball over.
Underwood remains perfect at the line now, 4 for 4. Puts the Gauchos up 10-4 over the Matadors with 14.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Gray up for 3, goes off the lip of the rim, tipped by Luna Castro, but it's brought down by Sharp, who lays it off the glass for 2. Here's Nicole Nesbitt bringing the ball across midcourt line here. Gauchos up by 4 points. It's 10-6. They'll swing it over to Angela Aguirre. Now to Underwood near the left block. Off the glass, won't fall. They're fighting for the rebound, and it'll be Malnecht who brings it down. Ashley Gray brings it the other way. Pump fake there. Blocked by Angela Aguirre. Madeline Campbell gets the ball now. She's looking to pass it over to Nicole Nesbitt, and she does. Sharp absolutely rejected on that shot. Campbell between the circles, finds Luna Castro. Now here's Angela Aguirre, goes to the right side, over in the left corner. Now is Luna Castro with the ball again. 10 seconds to shoot for UCSB. Nicole Nesbitt's between the circles. Bounce pass goes to Jackie Luna Castro at the left elbow. They get Underwood down low. Here is Angela Aguirre with a tough shot from the left side. Goes off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Ashley Gray. Gray, her pass in the paint, tipped away. Malnecht somehow gets it. Nicole Nesbitt diving for the ball. She'll come up with it. And with the roar of the crowd behind her, Nesbitt takes the ball across midcourt line all by herself.
Gray's right there on her, though.
She's at the top of the arc. Will find Sweets Underwood to her right. Battling Campbell will get at the right wing with 12 seconds to shoot. Gaucho's up 10-6 with now less than 13 minutes to play in the first half. Nesbitt try to pick up a screen from Underwood. Down the left side of the lane. Off the glass, no good, but she is fouled.
A little one-on-one action for Nicole Nesbitt. Doesn't make the shot. In fact, ends up on her backside, but gets to go to the free throw line where has had a fabulous, well, not just career, but certainly a great season. I think she's right at 85-86%.
Career-wise, she's pretty good too. Had a Big West 6 Player of the Year award garnered from last season's work. Makes her first free throw there.
Majority of this season, she was at 90% and above. Then she hit a little lump, or a bump in the road, and now she's back. I don't have stats in front of me, but I think she's at right at 85% for the season.
Yeah, I got you, Don. She's shooting about 84.7%. You're right there. She makes the first one. It's now 11-6. She could double the Matadors' point totals with this one, and she does. 12-6. Gauchos are perfect from the line, 6 for 6 overall. And now with 12:50 to play in the first half, UCSB is looking to remain dominant. But with a blown defensive assignment there, they got lucky, as with a big miss from the left block. That was Haley White. The Matadors are able to get a rebound and a foul, shooting foul. So now going to the line is Alama, the current Big West Player of the Week. Right there, you just saw a missed shot clearly from White.
And in your interview earlier today with Natalie Jarrett, one key was keeping Northridge off the boards. And the UCSB so far, early in this game, less than 8 minutes gone, not doing the best job that I've seen rebounding this season.
They're about even with the Matadors thus far, going 4 for 4. In rebounds, Alama connects on both of her free throws, makes the ball game now, or just one or two of the free throws. It's now 12-7. So on the floor right now for UCSB, Nicole Nesbitt, Angela Aguirre, Jackie Luna Castro, Jasmine Ware, and Melissa Zornig. Ware is just subbed in. Luna Castro over at the top of the arc, finds Jasmine Ware. Now gets it over to Nesbitt, straight away for the long two. It falls. It's now 14-7 Gauchos.
A little bit longer than normal for Nesbitt. Certainly has that range.
Now with the ball, they have it with Freeze between the circles. Bounce pass goes to Haley White, being guarded by Melissa Zornig. Now they're looking low. They look beyond the arc to Freeze over on the right wing. An awkward shot if I were to see any.
That was deflected. That'll be Northridge basketball.
The fans are displeased with that one. It was an awkward looking shot, but yes, Don, you're right. It was tipped by a Gaucho. And now it will be CSUN ball with 9 seconds to shoot, 12 minutes to play in the first half. They're down 14-7 to UCSB. This lob pass intended for Ashley Glade to be met at about the mid-court line. And that would have been dicey, but it ended up going out of bounds anyway. So UCSB comes up with possession. Destiny Mason looks to be checked in. She was our pregame guest, and she'll be checked in for Nicole Nesbitt.
Well, it's too bad that Northridge didn't touch that ball. Otherwise, UCSB would be taking it out right at equal to the free throw line. Instead, they have to go full court. Not a big deal.
Wilson Zornig with the ball over at the left wing. Jackie Luna Castro now has it at the point. Jasmine Ware over on the right wing. Still have yet to break the perimeter of UCSB, and a travel is called against Destiny Mason, who is in a tight jam between two Matador defenders.
I don't think you make that pass right there. If you're Ware, hang on to it yourself because you threw it to Destiny Mason right as she was being double teamed.
Limited time offer includes human and essential for residential customers with tax, telephone, or TV. Other restrictions apply. In 3, 2, 1.
Gauchos looking to remain on top. They're up 14-7 with 11:34 to play in the first half. The Matadors are on offense right now. Jackie Luna Castro, just as soon as we return to action, was guilty of a holding foul. So now it will be CSUN with a fresh shot clock given to them with 11.5 minutes to play. 14-7, UCSB Freeze at the top of the key, being guarded by Angela Aguirre. She'll make a quick pass to go to Sharp, who pulls up at the free throw line for two. No good, but Freeze comes crashing in on the boards for the rebound. Now down low, Jasmine Johnson tries to make a lob pass go to Janae Sharp. She does, but it's met in the backcourt. That's a backcourt violation. So UCSB will now have the ball. That's the second time we've seen the Matadors do this.
That's 7 turnovers already for the Matadors.
Now this is a pretty young team, so you think the turnovers is more mental than anything.
Well, it's not a rarity because they lead the league, as you mentioned, in turnovers.
Kendra Morrison just checked into the game, finds Jasmine Ware on the left side of the baseline. Ware misses the jumper, rebounded by Northridge. And just as Northridge turns over the ball, they're great in rebounding.
Without rebounding, the Gauchos 10-5.
Freeze has it, brings it across the arc, able to find White. White now checks back to Johnson from the right post, air ball brought down by Sweets Underwood. Angela Aguirre now will take it. It goes across mid-court line, and now Melissa Zornig will have it over on the right wing. Picks up the screen from Sweets, swings it over to Jasmine Ware, nearly tipped away, but the Gauchos will sell out possession with 10:25 to play in the first half. 10 seconds to shoot. They're up 14-7. Aguirre now looks to go up the right side, loses handle, the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Aguirre, so the Matadors will have possession after this quick substitution for CSUN. Ashley Glaze put back in, as well as Camille Malnett.
A little unfortunate there because she was just getting ahead of the defender. She was going to go in for a tough layup attempt, but fumbled the basketball out of bounds.
UCSB back on defense. Glay brings the ball in, looks over to her left for a long three from Alama, no good, and it's brought down by UCSB. Nicole Nesbitt gets the ball across midcourt line now. Gauchos up 14-7, pulling up for two at the left elbow was Nesbitt. That one misses, rebounded by Underwood. Nesbitt again at the top of the key, gets it over to Morrison at the right corner. Gauchos now have a fresh shot clock after that offensive rebound from Underwood. 9:40 to play here in the first half. Gauchos up 14-7. Morrison hands it off to Nesbitt. Morrison now with an open look from the right side. Short goes off the lip of the rim and rebounded by Freeze. Ashley Glade brings the ball across. She loses handle of the ball. Here's Nicole Nesbitt. Nesbitt off the glass, and it misses, but Underwood is able to get it back. Glade had some terrific defense trying to make up for her loss. So here's Jasmine Ware with her first bucket from the left side off the long two.
UCSB really doing a nice job this afternoon, making extra passes. Nicole Nesbitt called there for a block. Felt maybe she had position. No. Good effort there by Nicole, but official says Northridge basketball under the basket on the side.
That's Nesbitt's second personal. And now the Gauchos have committed 3 team fouls. Northridge, on the other hand, has 5. With 9:04 to play in the first half, UCSB up 16-7.
Will be Northridge ball under the basket, out of bounds.
Jasmine Ware will be playing defense along the baseline, looking to prevent the inbounds pass, but Ashley Glade will get it anyway. Glade at near the free throw line makes a bounce pass go out of bounds as Alama was trying to get in position.
I think that's 9 turnovers already.
So just as talented as this Matadors team can be, I mean, these turnovers seem to be plaguing them. Nicole Nesbitt over between the circles. They got Sweets Underwood. Underwood finds Zornig going up the right side of the key. Checks it back to Underwood again from the free throw line. Open jumper, rims out, and it's rebounded by Sharp. Sharp, they're going to bring it the other way, and they're going to say a carry was made from Northridge, going over under on the dribble as Sharp was bringing it across midcourt line.
And see much there. I think that's a play you could call 10 times a night in women's and men's basketball, college basketball. In the NBA, you could make that call 20, 30 times a night.
Destiny Mason will check back in. Melissa Zornig visits the bench for now. Jasmine Ware gets it over at the left wing. Gauchos up 16-7 with 8:25 to play in the first half. Nesbitt at the top of the key with the ball, not looking to shoot. Makes a bounce pass go to Jasmine Ware in the paint. And that jumper will fall. Nothing but net in the paint for Ware.
Oh, good move by her. A little dribble, freed herself up in the paint.
there trying to regain her bounces. Haley White able to find Janae Sharp down low. Now we get it to Malnecht on the right block. Sweets Underwood is there on the rebound. The ball's poked out from her, but she is able to get it back and press it up the floor to Ware. Ware looks right. Nicole Nesbitt is there over on the right wing, being guarded closely. So she'll just check it out to Underwood. Underwood to Morrison off the pass, able to put the pass up, but they're going to call an offensive foul against UCSB away from the ball. So Northridge will have possession when we return from this break.
She made that call with authority, Mitchell. So do not question that call.
This time now brought to you by Golden Owen Credit Union. Gaucho Athletic Meet.
And 3, 2, 1.
Gaucho's up 18-7. But an offensive foul turned the ball over, so Northridge now will have an opportunity to chip away at that deficit. 7:40 to play in the first half. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast, everybody. I'm Mitchell Clements, joined by Gaucho legend Don Ford. Freeze over at the top of the key, looks to Ashley Gray at the right wing. They'll bring it to the right corner. Bringing it up now is Haley White. The layup will miss, rebounded by Sweets Underwood.
Good board by Sweets. I mentioned that Northridge is winning the rebound battle. Needs Sweets Underwood to get a couple more of those.
Destiny Mason now has the ball over at the top of the key. Looks left. Jasmine Ware goes off the back iron on her long look for two, and it's rebounded by Violet Alama. Alama presses it up the floor. There on the play is Haley White. She is fouled as she was being defended by Angela Aguirre. Her shot misses, but she'll be taking two from the line here.
10 turnovers so far for Northridge this afternoon. And UCSB's been able to turn those 10 turnovers into 10 points.
White is a 60% free throw shooter, misses the first one. Kristen Tillman checks back into the game for Kendra Morrison. Joining her, Jasmine Ware, Sweets Underwood, Destiny Mason, and Andrea Aguirre. It's an 18-7 ball game, but after that free throw from White, make that 18-8. UCSB still up by double digits with 6:55 to play in the first half against the Matadors. Andrea Aguirre runs the offense, gets it to Tillman, who will hand it right back off to Aguirre. Aguirre near the right post, up for two, goes off the lip of the rim, and it's brought down by Freeze. Freeze looks right, there's Ashley Gray. They look to Gray to get this offensive going, but instead they'll pass it down low where Alama will have the ball. Check it back up to White near the left wing. Ashley Gray from the left corner has it. We'll swing it back over to 23. Alama for two, rattles out. That one went in and out if I've ever seen a shot do that before, and it was rebounded by Kirsten Tillman. Tillman fakes left, goes right to Mason, and Mason creating space for herself, looking to drive, checks over to Aguirre, open for two, and it falls.
Nice penetration by Destiny Mason, creates the assist and shot opportunity for Aguirre.
20-8, UCSB. Freeze swings it over to Ashley Gray at the right wing, looking over to Alama for two, nothing but net from straight away, just beyond the free throw line. It's now 20-10. Gaucho still up with 5:40 to play in the first half.
Yeah, no doubt. When she went up for that shot, you knew it was going to drop.
Angela Aguirre gets a screen from Underwood, checks over to Tillman, who turns the ball over off a pass. Bringing it the other way is White. White over to Glade for three. This one goes off the back iron, and elevating up for that one was Underwood with the rebound. Destiny Mason for the long two on the left side, holding that shooting hand up in the air. She knew that was going in from the moment she let it go.
A 3-on-2 fast break with Sweets Underwood leading the way, playing point guard.
22-10, missed shot by White, rebounded by Ware. Underwood bringing it up the floor again. Underwood looks to Tillman, breaking in through the lane. There's Mason now from the left side with a hook shot. Goes off the back iron, rebounded by Underwood, whose second effort is good off the glass.
That was a timeout by Coach Flowers. Doesn't like what he sees out there. Love the up and down this afternoon for UCSB. We talk about a fat coach for the Matadors. They like a fast-paced game. It's been fast-paced, but to the benefit of UCSB so far. But I continue to try and score quickly if I'm Northridge.
Getting behind Tillman was Malnecht, able to bring that lob pass down low near the left post. able to lay it off the glass for 2. So now it's 24-12. Nicole Nesbitt brings it across midcourt line herself, being guarded closely by Breonna Alexander. They'll find Sweets Underwood at the top of the key. Now here's Tillman at that same spot. Tillman gets it over to Nicole Nesbitt. The Gaucho offenders have yet to leave that position of the floor as Nesbitt finds Tillman straight away from 2, does not take the shot, passes over to Nesbitt. 5 seconds to shoot. Nesbitt at the free throw line, tip blocked. Here's Underwood, has to put it up, she does, and it falls in. Gauchos now up 26-12.
That easily could have been a turnover instead. UCSB sticks a fork in Northridge a little bit. There's an offensive foul. Good defense by Tillman standing at the top of the key, anticipating the foul. Gets the charge call. But, you know, I think if you're Northridge, you think you're playing great defense a moment ago. Instead, Sweets Underwood scores right as there's 1 second on the shot clock. Kind of disheartening.
That's there, is it me?
He's staring you down.
In 3, 2, 1.
Gauchos have the ball with 3:45 to play in the first half, and they're up 26-12 over CSUN. Nicole Nesbitt brings the ball over to the right wing, able to find Melissa Zornig on the cross-court pass. Here's Destiny Mason now, who checks it back to Nesbitt between the circles. Zornig over from the left sideline, finds Jackie Luna Castro. Luna Castro finds Underwood, who runs the baseline off the glass for 2, 28-12 UCSB.
12 points for Underwood.
CSUN working over on the right side. Cross-court pass goes left to Sharp. Sharp momentarily had a look for 3, but instead passed it off to Ashley Guay at the top of the key. That ball tipped by Destiny Mason, but it's gathered again by Sharp for CSUN. Sharp looks over to Guay. This one, a scoop shot, no good as she came through the lane. Underwood trying to keep the ball in bounds, and a travel is called by Violet Alama, who saw Underwood's pass go into her, but turned the ball right over.
Well, she tried to get a little bit better position, but forgot to put the ball on the ground. You either have to keep the pivot foot stationary or dribble, one or the other.
Underwood already has a double-double, Don, as I was going to say.
Well, I knew she had 12 points. I did not see that she had 11 rebounds. Wow. Good first half action for Sweets.
It is fantastic. So now Kendra Morrison looking to set a screen for Nicole Nesbitt, and rolling off the screen was Morrison. Instead, they're going to call a foul against UCSB, so Northridge now will have the ball. That is the 16th foul for the Gauchos. That's 1 foul away for CSUN being in the bonus.
Officials love to make that call for some reason.
Now having the ball tipped away from her was Sharp, as Nicole Nesbitt was all over her near the left wing. Now with the ball is Alexander, who lobs it up to Ashley Gray at the top of the key. Gray with a sharp pass, got past Sharp over on the sideline in front of the Gaucho bench, so UCSB will come up with yet another CSUN turnover.
Number 12.
It just keeps ticking away for the Matadors. On the season so far, CSUN has led the Big West in turnovers as UCSB, as Nicole Nesbitt finds Jackie Luna Castro. Luna Castro over to Morrison on the baseline from the left side. That one rattles in for the freshman's first bucket of the night.
Got the friendly bounce, little roll up there. Shooter's touched.
CSUN averages 19.5 turnovers per game. That one was almost a turnover as Nicole Nesbitt almost got a steal.
No, it should have been a turnover. She carried the basketball.
Now Neck got the ball over to the left side, and a long cross-court pass from Sharp did not go over to Haley White. Instead, it went into Thunder Row, where the fans tried to grab the ball. They had just as much success as I did a few months ago, Don.
Well, no one's bleeding over there. You actually came away scarred a little bit. That ball actually went beyond Thunder Row and went into the first couple rows of the bleachers. That's a bad pass.
Destiny Mason with the new do has the ball over near the right wing. They'll get it down low to Luna Castro. Gets her own rebound on the baseline. Jump ball called, and it would be CSUN basketball.
I think she was so eager to get that shot up. You want to catch it, plant yourself, go up with it. Get so eager offensively, and that's why Luna Castro came up a little short on the layup attempt.
It's 30-12. UCSB up by an overwhelming margin with 1:15 to play here in the first half. Ashley Gray near the right wing We'll pass it over to Sharp at the right corner. They run baseline. Cross-court pass up for three is White. No good, rattles out. Rebounded by UCSB, but a whistle is blown on the play. That will go against Northridge, Malnecht to be exact. That will send the Gauchos in the bonus as Jackie Luna Castro approaches the free throw line.
Yeah, sometimes I couldn't tell from our angle, but that's a tall player. Reaches up against another tall player, but not quite as tall. And she got called for over the back. There has to be contact to have that be over the back. Nice free throw by Luna Castro. Wow. She really throws that thing up, doesn't she?
She definitely does.
A little arc on that shot.
We were mentioning in the pregame when she was warming up with her shots, they're all high-arcing shots. She has a beautiful stroke, but we don't see it too often.
Yeah, I agree. She plays mainly post for this team, so she doesn't take those long shots. A near turnover again, but she's got a great outside shot.
And believe it or not, she's only shooting 33% from the free throw line coming into this game. She went perfect 2 for 2 there. Ashley Guay up for three. A little bit too much there, goes off the glass, but it's rebounded by Northridge. They have 10 seconds to shoot. They didn't know that they did not get a fresh shot clock. So now putting it up for three on the, I guess, the gamble of a shot was Sharp. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jasmine Ware trying to get the rebound for UCSB. But instead, CSUN will have the ball with 36.3 seconds left in the first half. They're down 32-12. And now with the inbounds pass brought into herself, there is Violet Arama in the paint, able to lay that one up for two. It's now 32-14. Timeout called by Carlene Mitchell with 31.4 seconds left in the first half.
Nice individual move.
This afternoon, the Gauchos, as a part of their Thunderdome 35 celebration, Erin Boucher. She was one of the all-time greats for UCSB.
She was incredible.
Was she?
Oh, my God. She's a fabulous player. And I think really got it going here for UCSB, the love from the local people to come out and watch UCSB basketball.
We'll talk about her at halftime with Bill Mahoney and Mark Patton. They'll get it down low to Jackie Luna Castro at the right block. Kendra Morrison at the top of the key. 8 seconds. They get it over left. There's Mason. Now Ware up for two. Goes off the back iron. Rebounded by Zornig. Last second shot goes off the glass at the buzzer.
Can't do it much better than that. They started the offense right around 8. Ware takes the shot, misses it. Enough time for a bonus when you get points off of the bench. And when you mentioned the shooting percentage, UCSB 42% as you said, but they've not taken a three-point shot. Northridge has taken 7 and has missed all 7.
Northridge's leading scorer is Violet Arama. She has 5 points thus far. Now here is Sweets Underwood at the free throw line to start off play here in the second half. Kirsten Tillman looking to find Sweets in the paint. This time though, the pass will go awry and Northridge will come up with the ball. Ashley Glade looks left, there with the ball now is Sharp. They look down low, Arama is there, finds Freeze in the paint. Freeze will check it back up to Sharp for three and it goes.
Well, they need that too, Northridge, to get back into this game. They have to start to get it going on the perimeter. Either that or penetrate, do some drives, trying to get to the rim.
It's 34-17, Gauchos still up by as many points as Northridge has scored. Tillman over at the top of the key, looking over to Angela Aguirre, who's at the right block. Instead, they'll go to Nicole Nesbitt at the right wing. Nesbitt looking to Tillman, who has an open jumper from the right elbow. Does not fall, but Sweets Underwood gets the rebound. Put back, no good. Able to get her own rebound again, though, as she looked left. There's Zornig. She may have had a chance in the left wing, but just passed it over to Nesbitt. Nesbitt now between the circles, being guarded closely by Ashley Guay. Looks over to Tillman. Tillman on the right side of the key. Zornig from the right wing. Now back to Nesbitt with 10 seconds to shoot. Aguirre passes over to Tillman, who fakes and is tripped when she was trying to make her way over to the right side of the key. So that's going to go as a foul against Camille Malnecht. That's going to be her first personal here in the second half. A timeout is called by Coach Mitchell with 18.5 minutes to play. The Gauchos block here. 18.5 to play here. Sweets Underwood on the baseline. They'll get over to Tillman at the left corner. Now here's Nesbitt. Nesbitt at the left wing. Bounce pass goes to Zornig. Picks up a screen from Tillman. And that three ball from the left side is good.
That's the first effort from long distance for Gauchos this afternoon, and obviously the first make.
They'll lob it down low. Tillman with the tip away. Here's Nesbitt with the steal. Nesbitt looking left. There's Underwood. Instead, she'll check back to Zornig over on the right wing. Tillman will get it back up at the top of the key, and narrowly coming away with the steal was Janae Sharp, but Sharp tips it off her own hand out of bounds. So UCSB dodging a bullet there.
And that's what Northridge is going to try and do. They're going to start gambling a bit on defense.
Nesbitt will get the inbounds pass in from McGuire near the sideline. She's now between the circles. Here's Zornig at the top of the key. 10 seconds to shoot for UCSB. They're at 37-17 with 17:50 to play here in the game. Bounce pass intended for Zornig on the right side goes out of bounds. So CSUN picks up a possession here. Ashley Gray, as usual, running the offense for the Matadors. She was off a 17-point performance against Cal Poly this past Thursday, but so far in this game, Gray's been pretty silent, only with 2 points. Gray going up the right side of the lane, able to lay that one off the glass for 2. Now it's 4 points for the sophomore.
On the same play, both shots are very similar. One first half, now in the second half.
There is Nesbitt tripping on the play, and it looks as though she tweaked her left ankle. She's able to get off the floor on her own power, but they're going to have to get back on defense quickly. Ball tipped out of bounds, and Coach Carleen Mitchell looking to make a full-court substitution here. Sweets Underwood is guilty of the foul. Here comes Jackie Luna Castro, Destiny Mason, Kendra Morrison, Jasmine Ware, and Madeline Campbell to replace the starting 5 for UCSB with 17-12 to play in the game. 37-19 reads the scoreboard in Gaucho favor. This ball lobs up over to Ashley Gray between the circles. And Gray is called for the travel, as Don mentioned.
Yeah, she tried to put her left foot down as a pivot, dragged it, easy call.
Here's Kendra Morrison. Over from the baseline, finds Destiny Mason, being faced with some defensive pressure courtesy of Ashley Gray. Here's Jasmine Ware in a trap. Over near the mid-court line, she loses the ball. And with it is Sharp, and Sharp gets the possession for her team as CSUN picks up a foul against Jasmine Ware. That's what happened on the play.
Once she turned it over, too aggressive in her effort to get the basketball back.
And those are some of the points on the floor, those 6 corners, I guess you could say, if you're including the mid-court line, were not to go. And as Freeze puts up a 3, goes off the back iron, straight up, almost hitting the American flag, comes back down through the hoop, and that's good for 3 for the Matadors. It's now 37-22. Destiny Mason gets the pass from Jasmine Ware and makes a cross-court pass go to Madeline Campbell. 18 seconds to shoot for this young UCSB squad on the floor right now. They'll get it over to Ware again. Ware from the left elbow drives. This one will not fall in off the left-handed shot. Instead it's rebounded by Malneck. That one was begging to go in, but just hopped out. Ashley Gray from the right wing. They'll pass down low. Alama off the glass. Good for 2. 37-24. And suddenly CSUN is on a 7-point run. There's Destiny Mason in the backcourt, able to find Jasmine Ware on the other side of the floor. And now Ware will do her part in running the offense. Hands it over to Mason. 15 seconds to shoot with 15:45 to play in the game. Campbell works over to Morrison. Morrison over to Mace at the left wing. Luna Castro gets it at the free throw line. Here's Campbell over near the right side. Mason, 2 seconds, 1 up and no good. It won't count anyway as there's a shot clock violation. The Gauchos passing the ball a little bit too much.
A moment ago they had a 20-point lead. Right now just 13 points. Timeout on the floor, and it's now on.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Matadors on a 7-point run, and they can increase that with this offensive possession here. UCSB on defense with Morrison, Campbell, Luna Castro, Ware, and Mason all on the floor right now. The starting 5 were all subbed out together about 3 minutes into this second half. Ashley Gray with the ball right now. Looking over there, Sharp at the right wing. Gray at the top of the key. Looks to go through the lane. She is blocked. No, she is fouled on the late whistle. The ref says that Kendra Morrison was guilty of the foul there, so Gray will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I agree with you. That was a late call. Don't argue with the call, but they came out. I heard someone behind us say it's not the NBA. Like a continuation.
Here's Gray. Off the lip of the rim, misses. Ashley Gray, coming off a 17-point performance, had a last-second layup at the buzzer to beat UC Davis last week. She has been one of the hotter players for the Matadors in recent weeks. Along her is Violet Alama. Gray goes 1 for 2 from the line. Alama, the current reigning Big West Player of the Week. And that's also her first of their career. But right now, the attention is to the Gauchos, who seem to come off on a very cold streak on offense. Have only had 3 points from Melissa Zornig thus far, with 14:50 to play here in the second half. Here's Morrison on the baseline, jumper for 2, and the freshman picks up her second basket of the night. That's 4 points for her, with 39-25 reading the scoreboard.
Big shot that time for UCSB. They needed that make. Ware just got called for holding down low in the post. And that's her second.
This ref does make final calls with authority. You're right, Don.
You do not mess. And do not question her.
Ware guilty of the foul there. Away from the ball, Ashley Gray off the inbounds pass, try to put that one up for 3, but they're going to call a foul against Violet Alama on the play. So I'll turn the ball over. UCSB will pick up a possession here.
Violet Alama that time a little too aggressive, perhaps on a screen.
You know, that cross-court pass from Ware to Campbell.
Scared you for a second, didn't it?
It did.
Coming right at you.
Campbell with the ball now, able to find Luna Castro on the left side. Here is Mason between the circles. 10 seconds to shoot for UCSB, 14:15 to play in the game. They're up 39-25. Bounce pass goes to Luna Castro. 5 seconds. This one up for 2. Goes off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Ware. Ware showing off some athleticism on that play. They look to Morrison on the baseline again. Her pass intended for Luna Castro, tipped away. Ashley Gray picks up the ball. They'll find Freeze down low, off the glass, no good. Rebounded, put back up, no. Rebounded again, this time by Alama, whose second effort is good for the Matadors.
Starting unit checking back into this game, next dead ball.
So far, the starting unit has outscored the bench players in the second half, only 3-2. UCSB looking to find some offensive spark, and by UCSB I mean Coach Carleen Mitchell. Destiny Mason on the ball there. A foul is going to be called against Luna Castro on a moving screen. So now the Gauchos will come back in with their starting 5 on the floor with 13:28 to play here in the game.
That's probably the third or fourth foul this afternoon, combined by both teams for something wrong with a screen or a pick.
So now for 2 games straight, we've seen the Gauchos have very slow starts going into the second half despite having leads. Lucky for the Gauchos in this one, they had a 20-point lead coming into here, so they had a little bit more wiggle room than they did against Hawaii.
Well, the first 5 has many more weapons offensively than the second 5.
We'll see what the starting 5 could do here with their first appearance back on the floor since that full-court substitution. Ashley Gray with the ball. Looks to go through the lane. Able to find Jasmine Johnson down low. And they're going to say a foul is going to be called against Ashley Gray on her drive.
Jason Flowers not quite believing that call. There's a turnover for UCSB. Angela and I believe Nicole Nesbitt not on the same pass not on the same page on that pass.
Brianna Alexander, got to give credit to her. She was all over Nesbitt, forcing that ball to go out of bounds. Alexander, may I say, probably has the second best haircut on the floor tonight. Has that purple streak, shaved side of her head. Destiny Mace has both sides of her head shaved, but now UCSB comes up with the turnover. They try to get Angela Aguirre the ball near the left block, but it's loose. Underwood picks it up. They look right. There is Nesbitt. Nesbitt from the right wing does not take the shot. This time she does for 3, and it's good.
Kind of you threw it back to me. What, you want me to shoot? Okay. Why not? She buries it.
42-27. Nesbitt unlocked from downtown. Here's Brianna Alexander here. Makes the pass go over to Alama at the free throw line. Checks back to Freeze, up for 3. Air ball, but it's picked up by Alexander, who's good on the baseline for 2.
Yeah, that shot was so long that it didn't hit rim and landed right in her arms.
And look at that steal from Freeze. Picking off Nesbitt. Nesbitt trying to do her best to defend Freeze, but the 2-1 matchup was too much, and the Matadors pick up an easy 2.
UCSB luckily had 20-point lead in the first half because Northridge, with this full-court pressure, is sneaking back into this game.
It's 42-31. Gauchos still have that double-digit lead, if only for the moment. 11 and a half minutes to play in the game, and the Gauchos have Tillman checking over to Zornig, up for 3, goes off the lip of the rim, rebounded by Underwood. Underwood is having a terrific day in rebounds.
So she'd have a terrific day shooting too if she got a little bit more shot opportunities.
Underwood between the circles, finds Angela Aguirre, steps up for 2 from the left wing, and it's good.
Smooth player, nice release on that shot. Nothing but net.
Looks over left, Alexander finds Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. There's Freeze. Freeze at the right wing, gets it over to Alama from straight away. Alama now goes to Alexander. The Matadors are just passing along the perimeter here as Ashley Glaze between the circles with 5 seconds to shoot. Gray being guarded by Sweets Underwood on the switch. Lobs it down low to Alama. Picked up by Freeze. And the last second shot, no good, even though she banks it off the glass. Shot clock violation against CSUN.
Good defense, obviously, by UCSB that time.
Now it's 44-31. UCSB slowly building up that to 31, but it's been Matador basketball all second half. They have been furiously trying to chip away at that 20-point deficit that they entered the second with. Right now, UCSB has the ball, looking to increase their lead back to that mark. Angela Aguirre in the backcourt gets it, being trailed by Alexander. She's able to push the ball at the floor to Melissa Zornig at the top of the key. Now Zornig is loose as Angela Aguirre gets the ball between the circles here. Aguirre gets room for herself, finds Underwood at the free throw line, does not take a shot. Zornig will take the tip pass over. 5 seconds to shoot now. Here is Aguirre making room for herself on the baseline. Air ball, no good. Brought down by Sharp for the rebound. 10 minutes to play. And CSUN has an opportunity here on a quick possession. Stolen away by Kirsten Tillman. Jump ball called on the floor. And it will be a foul, against Tillman. So CSUN will have possession. That is now the 16th foul for UCSB with 9:54 to play. Northridge has a fresh shot clock. They're down 44-31.
The first thing you have to do defensively is stop the player with the basketball. Don't allow her to get all the way deep into the paint. Bad things happen there. You're going to meet her up by the top of the key.
Sweets Underwood has been kept quiet offensively in this second half. She's only added 3 rebounds to her stat line. They'll move it down low over to Malnecht. She'll check it over to Freeze near the left corner. Malnecht will get it back on the right side. Shot misses. And on the rebound, Freeze will be guilty of the foul. And check that. That's going to be against Jasmine Johnson. Both in on the play. They'll get it over to 35 instead of the 22. So Destiny Mason gets the ball out for the Gauchos. 9.5 minutes to play. Don, if you're the Gauchos right now, how do you get back on an offensive rhythm that they found the first half?
Well, you have to break this press. You know, they are pressing you to make it difficult for you to have a rhythm offensively. So if you break this press, get a good shot or two, this game is yours.
Here's Mason from the left side, finds Nicole Nesbitt. Nesbitt over to Mason for the long 2. This one airballed up, but there is Zornig, and she does not get the shot off in time. They're saying that it hit the rim. From my vantage point, it looked like that ball just sailed, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it didn't look like it hit the rim to me either. And you said it was a long 3, and it was a little bit longer than it needed to be, because it went over the rim.
That's right. So here's Ashley Gray, looks left, lobs right. Tillman nearly comes up with the steal. Tillman is aggressive down low, trying to see the pass before it happens. That time, it was just a little bit too out of reach for the Gaucho big.
Well, they're really throwing it inside to Northridge, big players, so Tillman is wise to be aggressive down there.
This one goes off the glass. Gaucho's fighting for the rebound. Alama will get it. She'll be fouled on her shot, and she'll be taking 2 from the line here. Destiny Mason guilty of the personal.
We talked about it in your interview before this game that rebounds will be a key this afternoon. Don't have a current stat sheet, but it's pretty equal right now. But second shot opportunity seems to be going Northridge's way at the moment.
At the line, at the line right now for the Matadors is Alama. She's coming off a Big West Player of the Week honors. She averaged double figures last week of play against Pacific and UC Davis. Against the Tigers, she had a season high of 15 points and 13 rebounds. And so far this afternoon, Alama has 10 after that made free throw.
She's from Honolulu. Found her way to Northridge somehow.
I would have stayed in Hawaii. And here comes UCSB. They're up 44-32, but that lead is a little bit more fragile than you would think, as Nicole Nesbitt has the ball between the circles. Kristen Tillman over at the left elbow finds Sweets Underwood in the paint, up for two, and there is Sweets' first basket since the first half.
She hit a lot of rim, needed a lot of rim, then ultimately found the net.
There is Alama with a meat hook to bring down the ball from that lob pass inside. She picks up the foul against Underwood, and that will send the Northridge Matadors into the bonus.
I thought you meant that Underwood gave her a meat hook because a lot of contact on that play. Put her to the ground, and she gets to go to the line now for a 1-and-1.
It's a 46-32 ball game right now. Jason Flowers talking to his starting center, Camille Malnecht, as earning a second free throw there was Alama. Flowers now in his third season at the helm for Northridge. He has put together one of the more consistently competitive programs from the past 2 years. The next shot is made, so that is a perfect trip to the free throw line for Northridge. It's 46-34, Gauchos up by 12. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the game, and UCSB has Nicole Nesbitt between the circles. She's being guarded closely by Ashley Gray, who I don't think has missed time in the second half. Underwood looks to drive, is rejected, able to get the ball back. Here's Nesbitt now from the left elbow, up for two on the kicker, and it's good.
Boy, she does that with so much confidence, little penetration, and she floats to her right to score.
Nesbitt nearly comes up with the steal there. Instead, it'll be Ashley Gray taking a shot from the free throw line, and that one falls right on in.
You can see that why she's the number one scorer for this team for the season. Confident shot.
Right now it's 7 points on the afternoon. She came away with just 9 points against the Gauchos last time. Here's Sweets Underwood, who is left unchecked on the opposite end of the floor. How do you leave that happening? But instead, she'll pass it over to Nicole Nesbitt as the defenders are crashing on her rather quickly. So Underwood looks for Tillman down near the left block. Tillman gets it, but can she get a shot off? Tries to go off the glass. Instead, the ball rejected, sent out of bounds. Last touch by Malnecht. That will give UCSB 4 seconds to shoot once we return from this media timeout.
That's her fourth block shot. Maybe 17. And then you have Nicole Nesbitt with 9 points, 4 assists.
Here's UCSB with now 4 seconds to shoot as Melissa Zornick takes her place on the baseline, looking to inbound it. She looks over to Tillman. Tillman at the left wing, 3 seconds ticking away. Nesbitt to Zornick, up off the buzzer, not in time. And Northridge played good defense there to force a last second shot from UCSB. So now the Gauchos, with 7 minutes and 1 second left to play, look to defend this 48-36 lead that they have right now. Here's Malnecht connecting with Ashley Gray from the left corner. Her three will miss, and Sweets Underwood gets yet another rebound. Make that 18 as Nicole Nesbitt, still in the backcourt, being guarded closely by Gray, able to get past her. Nesbitt to Underwood, off the glass, no good. Rarely do you see that shot miss for Sweets, and it's rebounded by Alama.
Yeah, it was a layup attempt, so Sweets unhappy with herself, no doubt.
So now Ashley Gray will have the ball. She is fresh off a missed 3 ball from the left corner to make a bounce pass go to Malnecht. Malnecht overshoots Alama down low as she was in great position to make her layup off a pass, but instead it would be UCSB ball with 6:18 to play. Andrea Aguirre checks back in. Jasmine Ware will take the bench for now. And so on the floor for UCSB, Kirsten Tillman, Melissa Zornig, Nicole Nesbitt, and oh, by the way, Sweets Underwood. So far this season, Sweets Underwood has put together a terrific senior campaign, and with 18 rebounds so far this afternoon, that will set a career high for her. Angela Aguirre from the right wing makes a handoff, go to Melissa Zornig, but the ball is poked away. Ashley Gray nearly comes up with the steal, but Tillman not giving up on the play, able to take it right back. Here is Angela Aguirre near the right sideline. Another steal, and a whistle is blown on the play. A foul's going to be called on the floor. I'm not sure by who. Nicole Nesbitt is going to be called for it, as CSUN will officially have possession here. And no, they're going to say that is against the Matadors. Pardon me, as Janae Sharp was guilty, so UCSB will have possession as Sweets Underwood passes it in to Tillman on the baseline. Nicole Nesbitt over on the right wing now, being guarded by number 3, as Zornig gets it right back off on a handoff. 20 seconds to shoot, 5:38 to play here in the game. Gauchos up 48-36, but they're desperately trying to increase on that lead. Here is Underwood in the paint near the right elbow, finds Zornig down low, who lays it off the glass for 2.
Well, it's still Sweets Underwood. Nice movement without the basketball. Here's a timeout on the floor, Northridge.
The Matadors look absolutely disgruntled right now, and Flowers is digging. It's our partner of UCSB, Gaucho Athletics. Hampton Inn, we love having you here. 5:19 to play in the game. UCSB up by a convincing margin, 50-36 over the Matadors. Northridge, last time they played the Gauchos, were held to just 37 points. More than likely, they will eclipse that mark here with 5 minutes left to play and only 1 point away from that. They'll pass it down low to Alama again. Somehow able to get this one to go off the glass and one for Violet Alama.
Well, they're consistently looking inside for the tall players, Northridge is. If someone happens to be open on the perimeter, go ahead and fire away, but they are really looking inside, especially to Alama this second half.
Alama has made the 7th most free throws in school history for CSUN, but she misses on that 3-point opportunity off the lip of the rim, and it's rebounded by Sweets Underwood, who I believe now may be in the 20s in her rebound rates. Here's Underwood alone underneath the basket. If you're Northridge, how does that happen? Easy basket for the senior, and the Gauchos are now up 52-38. Up for 3 is Alama, just putting up desperation shots at this point, rebounded by UCSB as Nicole Nesbitt brings it across the floor. 4.5 to play, the Gauchos up big. Zornig goes right, there's Tillman at the free throw line. Tillman not looking to shoot, Underwood now in the paint. She's had the hot hand, this one just short though. I think it even missed the backboard, but a foul was called on the play, so Underwood will be taking 2 from the line here.
Yeah, the official gives a signal that her elbow is hit as she went up for the shot. Hard to control a shot when your arm is being bumped. Sweets will get to shoot 2.
Destiny Mason will be checked into the game after this first free throw from Underwood. Underwood has been perfect from the free throw line this afternoon, making 4 of her 4 attempts in the first half. And she remains perfect, but she got a little help from the rim that time. Now 53-38, and the Gaucho senior Sweets Underwood is leading the way in more ways than one. She now has 15 points. Scratch that, 17 points after that most recent basket, and now 18 points. It's been a terrific night so far for Sweets Underwood.
Yes. A fabulous effort in the afternoon here.
The afternoon. Ashley Gray takes the ball across mid-court line, picks up a screen, looks right, but the ball is turned over. Underwood picks the ball up, finds Nicole Nesbitt on the right sideline. There's Mason from the left block for 2.
Wow, pretty pass by Nicole Nesbitt. Again, fast break opportunity. Doing a great job. Good decisions on the break.
4 minutes to play, and it looks as though UCSB is just solidifying their win. as that shot will miss short, goes off the lip of the rim, and it's rebounded by Aguirre. Nicole Nesbitt pushes it up the floor to Mason. Mason for two, goes off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Alama. 3:40 to play now, and Northridge is down big. 18 to be exact, 56-38. With the ball now for the long two is White. That one falls, it's 56-41. That was a three, excuse me, thought her foot was on the line there. Angela Aguirre for push the ball up the floor to Sweets Underwood. Underwood on the baseline is fouled before she gets the pass to go to Kirsten Tillman. And Underwood will be taking 1 for 1 from the line here. That foul going to go against Ashley Guay.
I like that play by Sweets. I mean, she really handles the ball on the break. Excellent pass. There was a foul before. Otherwise, it would have been 2 more points. Instead, Sweets, after this timeout, will be going to the line, as you see.
Currently in the running to become KCSB Sports' new sports director for next year.
In 3, 2, 1.
Gauchos up 56-41. Sweets Underwood looks to increase that lead at the free throw line right now. She's earned a trip there for a 1-and-1. First one is up and in. Sweets leading the charge for UCSB in free throw shooting this afternoon is still perfect from the line now, 7 for 7. 57-41 is the score. Underwood now makes that score stay the same as it rattles out.
But she has 19 points to go along with her 20 rebounds.
Not too shabby for the senior. Now with the ball over on the left wing is Sharp, and Sharp gets that one to go for three. 57-44. Gauchos still up, this time now by 13. Nicole Nesbitt gets it up to Destiny Mason. 2:50 to play, and Nesbitt trying to do a step back there instead. Fouls number 2, Haley White.
Yeah, I don't see that as the proper call. I also don't think you need to be in a hurry to score right now. If you're UCSB, you're up 13, 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Use a little bit of the clock. I normally like that shot, but in the time of the game right now, use a bit of the clock.
The Gauchos one of the best teams in defending the long ball, but so far Northridge has put up 2 3-pointers in a row. Looking to make it 3. Noah Lama will step into it. Ashley Guay will get the ball now at the free throw line. Guay gives it over to Sharp. Sharp, quick pass to Freeze, up for 3. That is 9 points in a row for CSUN. That has been from 3. 57-47 now. This game is not over.
No, and that's why you can't afford, when you're offensively, have the basketball. You have to get good.
Then Coach Conley Mitchell decided to call in the bench players on a big switch. Right now, most of the starters are on the floor for the Gauchos as Nicole Nesbitt brings it across midcourt line. Nesbitt, outlet pass goes to Mason. Mason restarts it over at the top of the key. She may have had a shot there, Don, but they're taking your advice here and just using up some clock. Nesbitt looks right. There's Sweets Underwood. Underwood back to Nesbitt on the left wing. Trying to set up a screen for Underwood. Here's Campbell on the baseline. This one will miss off the rim and is rebounded by Destiny Mason. 57-47. The Gauchos up by 10 points with a minute 50 left.
I mean, they were trying to foul. The coach is yelling to foul. Officials have to hear that. I mean, when there's contact, make the call. You know, Northridge lost 2 or 3 seconds because the officials, in my mind, weren't paying attention.
The Gauchos are now the double bonus, but the refs are saying that this is going to be a 1-and-1. Sweets Underwood, more than likely her job is done for this afternoon, and she put up together quite a stat sheet, 19 and 20. Nicole Nesbitt at the free throw line, makes the first one, earns her second shot here.
Well, I'm a little surprised you take Sweets out. You know, you're up 11 now. At the time, you're only up 10. There's almost 2 minutes in this game, and the reigning 3 is, of course, maybe Coach Mitchell feels that another perimeter defender is necessary because they are making these threes.
Jacqueline Castro comes in for her. Kendra Morrison's on the floor. This time Freeze misses wide left. It goes out of bounds, untouched. So UCSB will have the ball with Destiny Mace on the baseline.
After she shot that air ball, she looked right at the coach. How'd you like that one, Coach?
So Mason looking to inbounds it, and a whistle is blown away from the ball. They're going to say that Northridge is going to pick up possession here. Madeline Campbell, in a fight to try to get open for the pass, is going to be guilty of the foul. So here is Freeze, no, Ashley Guay. There's some confusion on the floor right now. No one's going to be taking the shot, so it's going to be the Matadors with an inbounds pass here.
It's an offensive foul, so she won't be shooting.
So here's Northridge over on the baseline. They get up to Guay. Open look for three. Rims out. Rebounded by Freeze. Freeze hurdles down to the bottom of the basket, and it will be Gaucho ball as that missed rebound was made by Freeze. Timeout called by Coach Mitchell with 1:37 seconds left in the game, but she's still coaching as if the Gauchos are down by 10 points. 37 seconds left.
And Coach Mitchell has some young players out on the floor, giving them a little bit of experience and really crunch time.
Nicole Nesbitt is joined by Destiny Mason, and then the young players. You got Jackie Luna Castro, Kendra Morrison, and Madeline Campbell. Nicole Nesbitt being faced with a double team in the backcourt, finds Destiny Mason. Now they'll get it up to Jackie Luna Castro, who is fouled. Ashley Gray guilty of the foul there. They're in a position now, Don, where the Matadors have to foul on nearly every possession if they don't come up with the steal.
Basketball dribbled the other end of the floor. Nobody wanted to go find it.
The ref picks it up.
Yeah, finally had to. She didn't want to. She was hoping somebody would throw it her way.
Luna Castro, who has that stroke from the free throw line. Now a perfect 3 for 3 after that shot. And Coach Mitchell mentioned in the post-game show after the Hawaii game that she was looking to give Luna Castro a bit more time on the floor.
Again, she made both free throws. I don't think it hit any rim on either shot. Good to see a freshman with some confidence.
So Nesbitt will exit the floor as Jasmine Ware will step in her place. Up for three. This one will fall in for Haley White. 1:14 left in the game. Gauchos up by 11 points. It's 61-50. Here's Jasmine Ware in the backcourt. Nearly loses the ball. She's going to need some help. We're going to say that a foul was called on the floor, and that is going to be against Janae Sharp as Ware was caught in the trap.
And Ware says, wow, I get to go shoot free throws. I almost turned it over. Instead, I have the opportunity maybe to get 2 points.
Both teams are now in the double bonus, so Ware will be shooting 2. 1:05 to play in the game. The Gauchos looking to increase their lead. Right now it's at 11 points over the Matadors. This was a much closer matchup than what we saw in January when the Gauchos paid a visit down to the Matadome. They held CSUN to just 37 points. And during that game, Don, I know you weren't there, but the Matadors cannot make a three-pointer to save their lives.
Well, they've won, I believe, 12 in a row against this team, soon to be 13 if they can survive the next minute and 5 seconds.
It's 63-50 as Ware had a 2-for-2 trip to the free throw line. Now going up the left side, beautiful spin move. Haley White able to make that shot fall. It's now 63-52. 11-point ball game again. Campbell immediately gets the inbounds pass and is fouled immediately.
Campbell will get to go to the line to shoot 2.
Been a terrific game for UCSB. Them picking up a win at home. If they're able to survive the next 55 seconds, that is, and they would move to 4-8 with their home record, 12-13 overall, and 8-6 in conference play. As Campbell makes the first free throw, she is a 54% free throw shooter. Makes the first one here, and the Gauchos have been absolutely terrific from the free throw line tonight. Only missing 1, make that 2 as Campbell misses on her second. So now Freeze will bring the ball up for the Matadors. Looks to go left. Mason with the denial. Jasmine Ware gets it over to Mason. Mason had a huge play, but the ball will dribble off her right shin as she was trying to bring it off the floor, and it would be CSUN ball.
There's some major swattage on that. When she went up and blocked that shot, great timing.
There's Ashley Gray. This time she looks over to the right corner with sharper miss for three. And White trying to get the rebound there, gets it. And they're going to call a jump ball, and it will still be Northridge possession. 64-52, UCSB is up, and they'll just need to keep that with 34.1 seconds up in the game. Ashley Gray looking to get the ball. It's lobbed over to the back court, and instead it's picked up by Haley White.
At the other baseline, I mean, just barely picked up.
Gray gets it over to Freeze, up for three, goes off the backboard, and it's rebounded by Jasmine Ware. Gets it up to Campbell, who finishes on the layup. Unlike what we have seen so far this season, UCSB has looked great on those quick offensive looks.
Yeah, they've done a nice job in the transition game. There comes another. If you look up, Morrison's wide open. Gaucho's content just to dribble this game out.
There is Destiny Mason at midcourt line with 1 second left. She'll hold the ball and end it as the Gauchos come away with the 11-point victory. 66-55 is your final. Northridge now with their second loss in a row.